intrusives have turned the memorial into a base. Is taking position inside the memorial.
Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my first build for year 2, my Unbreakable blood-sucking striker build. Now I apologize that it took me a little bit to get a video out here. I really just wanted to sink my teeth into the game as much as possible, get a good feel for what people might want to see, as well as what really works. Now with that said, I've been really trying to find a happy medium between that total glass cannon and the total tank mode, and I think I kind of found it here. This has been working out very nice for me lately. Now I also will be doing a full-on glass cannon striker build very soon, because I know that is a lot of people's favorites right now, as well as a list of other builds that I have been preparing for as well. So as always, if you enjoy or find these videos helpful, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, and feel free to drop a comment down there below. So let's get into this. Alright everyone, and here it is. As you can see up top, I'm going to be going with the sharpshooter specialization simply because we get that extra stability when using it, and to me that's a big factor in getting your stacks up and keeping your stacks up with Striker. If you've ever used Striker, you know that getting the stacks up is one thing, but then keeping them is a whole nother thing, and that extra little bit of stability can definitely help you out a lot. Now as far as the core attributes go, we have 3 reds and 3 blue, and no yellow, sorry guys, but we basically just split the armor and the weapon damage core talents in half, so that way it's pretty much even. As you can see down there, we're at 1.1 million armor. I know a lot of people are running, 6, 7, 800,000 armor, more glass cannon style, and that works by all means, but again, on this build I'm trying to go for survivability, sustainability, something that solo people can use, and it definitely has been working out nice. Now as far as my minor attributes, we have 8 reds, 3 blue, and again 0 yellows, but again we have that 1.1 million armor to back us up, with Unbreakable and Bloodsucker pushing our armor even farther with the stacks. It's been working out really nice. But I do have to mention, I do not have the chest piece or the backpack that is Striker. That gives you the specific talents from Striker that either boost the amount of stacks that you can have from 50 to 100, or they negate the missed shots taking away from your stacks, right? So I fully am aware of that. Again, I'm going for sustainability, survivability for this build, and still being able to get our stacks up and get our weapon damage going real nice. So I hope everyone's on the same page with that. And as far as the skills goes, pretty simple. Either been going with a Reviver or a Stinger Hive, depending on the situation, as well as a, you know, handy dandy little fixer drone that really doesn't do a whole lot. But it's kind of like being in cover, like with patience on your knee pads. It's just a little bit going every so often. So it's still kind of viable, I guess. But other than that, let's get on to these weapons. Alright everyone, so my primary weapon that I'm going to be using is the Black Market AKM. This one right here is hitting for 97.7k per bullet base damage. I'd have to say that's pretty good. We're almost at 100k. On my DPS Striker, I believe we're at like 107 with the AK, something like that. So this thing definitely does work, which is exactly why I'm using it. It has the highest base damage out of all of the assault rifles that I can find, at least. Whether on the crafting table or in the open world, AKs always have the most. So don't sleep on the AK. I know they used to be a real sloppy weapon. I mean, it was all over the place. But with the sharpshooter giving you the stability, the weapon handling we're getting from Striker itself, with an accuracy mod here or there, whatever, and a little bit of accuracy actually on the weapon itself, this thing actually turns into a laser beam, and it hits like a truck. So don't sleep on the Black Market AK. I mean, to each their own, whatever you want, but definitely try these ones out. This one right here is core attribute, 14% assault rifle damage, 7.5 health damage, and 9.9% accuracy. And as far as the talent goes, I went with Ranger, amplifies weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters you are away from your target. So that way, if you're missing shots at a distance, you're losing stacks at a distance, this way you will at least have some kind of damage multiplier going up on your weapon. So that's pretty straightforward on that. Now, as far as the mods go, I'm going to be using a optic that gives me the 5% crit chance. We have the magazine here with plus 20 rounds. We have the underbarrel, 10% accuracy. And we also have the muzzle with crit chance. So basically just put crit chance as far as I could. I could go with another crit chance mod here, obviously, but I'm going with that accuracy just to dial it in just that little bit more. And it really does make a difference. So other than that, my secondary weapon is the Enforcer. If you come across one of these, definitely check this thing out. I love this shotgun. It is basically the named M870 shotgun. But except it holds 8 rounds instead of 5. Now the RPM is 184, so we can pop this thing off pretty fast at 629k per bullet. I mean, that's pretty nice. And if you take a look at the core attributes here, we have 8% shotgun damage and 7% damage to arbor. They are pretty much like mid-range, not even anywhere near the end. And I do have a max shotgun damage, as you can see on there, but I cannot roll it on this weapon for whatever reason. I don't know why. It will not let me recalibrate this weapon. Any of my other named weapons, sure, you could change whatever you want on it, right? Not this one. I don't know why. If you're having the same problem with this weapon, let me know down in the comments. Maybe it's just me, I'm bugged out, I don't know. But regardless, the talent that it comes with is Perfect Pummel. This thing is absolutely amazing. 2 consecutive body shot kills, refills the magazine, and grants 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. So basically, you take down a couple NPCs, and you go ahead and just go crazy for the next 10 seconds with that extra 40% weapon damage. I absolutely love it, especially against tanks, heavies, anything like that. Well, really anybody nowadays, but especially towards those heavies and the tanks. Also with the shotgun, it's a great way to get your stacks up. If you remember back in Division 1, shotguns were the way to get those stacks up real fast. Now, it's a little bit different in Division 2. It's a little harder to get those stacks up, but regardless, if you're close enough and you land some nice shots on this, with this weapon, you will definitely be getting those stacks up. Now, also, my sidearm here is, again, another double barrel sawed-off. This one's hitting for 1.1 million, and it's a sidearm. Sometimes I just pop this thing out and just boom, boom, real quick if I need to. No big deal, because I have that big base damage. I haven't even rolled anything on it at all. I just kind of put it on there, and hey, it's been working. We got Sadist on there, 20% damage to bleeding enemies. So in case somebody's bleeding for whatever reason, you pull this out, and it's going to hit that much harder. Gotta love it. So let's get on to these gear pieces individually. Alright, so let's start out with the mask here. It is Striker. Since I do have the 4-piece on, let's just break this down real quick. The 2-piece gives you plus 15% weapon handling. The 3-piece gives you 15% rate of fire. Nice. And the 4-piece gives you Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits amplify total weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking up to 50 times. 1 stack is lost each second. 3 stacks are lost every time you miss. So again, like I was saying, missing those shots, shooting after an NPC has been downed will really cost you those stacks big time. So definitely try with some accuracy, stability, and try to get your time to kill down as much as possible. Just kind of gauge it. They're going down, get ready to stop shooting because, again, NPCs down, you keep popping off, your stacks are gone. Now we got some really nice core attributes on here. We got 15% weapon damage, got that maxed out. We got weapon handling on there to, again, help out with the recoil, so on and so forth, and a little bit of crit chance. Nothing too crazy right there for the mod. Now as far as the chest piece here, it is the named Badger 0F's high-end chest piece here. We get that 10% shotgun damage from it. And that is basically why I kind of started using shotguns. I kind of remembered Striker builds up real nice with shotguns. And then when they switched Badger to shotgun damage, I was like, hey, I gotta love this here. Now, I don't have the best rolls on it. I was trying to push the damage a little bit more than the armor on this piece, I guess you could say. But we have a good armor roll. We have 10-2 crit damage. We have some hazard protection, and we have some crit chance. With perfectly unbreakable. When your armor is depleted, repair 100% of your armor. Cooldown is 55 seconds. So just under a minute, you can get your armor back 100%. And if you play your card smart, not going to be a problem at all. Not going to be a problem at all. So on to the holster. Alright, so the holster is also Striker. We have the core attributes of 137,000 armor. I've been trying to find a max armor roll for a holster for, I don't even know, it's been a couple days now at least, and it does not want to drop for me. We got some crit damage on there as well, so nothing too crazy right there, pretty much just armor crit damage. And on the knee pads here, these are really nice. We got 170,000 armor maxed out, as well as almost max roll of armor regeneration on there as well. So just pushing that armor regen a little bit more, any little way you can put armor regen on there is definitely a good thing. Now moving on to the gloves. Again, they are also Striker. We have that 15% weapon damage maxed out on there with a little bit of crit chance, 3.7%. Obviously that could be better, but it is what it is. Nothing too crazy there. And the backpack, this is the cherry on top right here. I could get the weapon damage up a little bit better, but I can't get one to drop with Bloodsucker. I don't know what my deal is. Fenris will not drop Bloodsucker for me. I don't know if it's just a thing that Fenris cannot have Bloodsucker on unless you put it on there, or what the hell the deal is, but I have had terrible RNG farming for these, so I basically had the backpack here, and then I rolled Bloodsucker on there itself. 12-1 weapon damage. We got some headshot damage, a little bit more hazard protection, and some more crit chance with Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10. So you could get technically 100% bonus armor, putting you at almost 2 million bonus armor. Every time you take someone down, you're roughly going to be getting 110,000 armor back on top of what you already have. Gotta love that. With Unbreakable. You see where I'm going with this? Yes, I'm losing the backpack and the chest talent from Striker, but we're gaining these two incredible talents that will definitely help you out with survivability 100%. Now again, like I was saying before, simply going with a Fixer Drone and a Reviver Hive overall. Sometimes I've been switching to the Stinger Hive if I need to in a pinch, like I showed in gameplay. You drop it on a boss, it kind of slows them down. That's all I'm looking for. I don't have any skill tiers. I know it's not hitting hard, but if you drop a Stinger Hive, it will at least slow them down. You can take some shots on them. They kind of run off into the corner. You can follow them, pick them off, pinch them in a corner. It works out really nice, so don't overlook those at all. But other than that, that is about the build, guys. Let's do a quick recap on the stat sheet. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's just do a quick little recap breakdown here on the stat sheet. The weapon talents that I'm working with essentially are Ranger on my primary, Perfect Pummel on my secondary. And the weapon stats for my primary, 97.7k per bullet base damage. I'd say that's pretty good. Even in PvP, we're hitting 67,000. I mean, I haven't really played much PvP, but what I did play, this thing definitely still smacks. We got 30% crit chance, so it's not anywhere near cap. We're about halfway, right? So about a third of your bullets are going to be crits. 46% crit hit damage, 62.7 headshot damage, so smacking them in the face is gonna hurt pretty good. We only have 8% damage to health there, so that's something new that typically the assault rifles had on there that really pushed them a lot farther. Now we have to spec into it, but we still got a little bit, not too bad. Now the range on this weapon, 31 meters, not too bad. 2.6 reload time, 27.7% accuracy, nice. 22.2% stability. Gotta love that there. Those two numbers right there will definitely help your AK out a lot. And I mean, again, I can't say it enough. The AK has that high per bullet damage, so if you can get it dialed in, it's a nice weapon to use. Now, we have a little bit of swap speed down there. We have 26.5% weapon handling as well, going with the accuracy stability, so that's just going to help control that AK even more. We have some ammo capacity, 43.3% all weapon damage bonus, and 39% assault rifle damage bonus. Not too bad at all. We also have 25% shotgun damage bonus. So anything you hit with that shotgun, 25% more. I mean, hey, gotta love that there. Now, as far as the gear talents go, we have Bloodsucker and Perfectly Unbreakable. Those are the main two talents right there on the build. And we have basically 4 pieces of Striker, 1 piece Fenris, and 1 piece Badger. I mean, pretty straightforward on that. Not too crazy, nothing too insane to go out and grind for. Now, as far as defense go, again, our armor, 1.1 million. Our armor regeneration is not too good. 271,000 max health. Health regen, we got 50% pulse resistance. We have some hazard protection, so we got 17.5 hazard, 17.5 bleed, blind, deaf, so on and so forth. All that good stuff there. And we already kind of went over these skills here, so I mean, nothing too crazy there. So that is the build in itself, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my Unbreakable Bloodsucker Striker build for TU8. Now, this build has some really nice DPS as well as some very nice survivability. I highly recommend that you try it out. And as always, I hope you enjoyed or found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, and feel free to drop a comment down there below. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.